Hello and welcome back to Packs and Recreation, and today we're going to address some relics of the past in the form of theme boosters. In this case, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty theme boosters. So there is nothing to see here pretty much. Actually, I'm missing one because in Kamigawa they had this great idea that is like black, red, white, green, blue, which is what they did with Theros, Beyond Dead, and all that. And the whole idea for this is that, by the way, if you don't know what a theme booster is that you buy a booster that contains 35 cards in this case that are from a color. So you basically get 35 black, red, white, green, or blue cards, and it even, it says it here, right? It includes 35 cards. Is more expensive than a normal booster, but at the same time it just says like including at least one rare or mythic card. So it's basically a bunch of bulk, and maybe, only maybe, you get a rare or mythic. In the case of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, they actually had a great idea that I don't have here because it was actually such a good idea that it kind of, you can't find it. I mean, I'm late to this. I found this in a bargain bin, so there's that. But you can't find the other color that is missing because of that. What was the other color? Well, it wasn't a color, it was a theme, but an actual theme. Because here is just a color boosters. These are just colored boosters, like black, red, whatever, and they call it theme boosters. But they had a ninja theme booster, where all the cards were ninja themed, which is great because that's what I want. For example, if you have a Kamigawa, you have samurais, you have kamis, you have ninjas, then give me boosters that have ninjas, kamis, and all, and samurais and all that stuff. That makes more sense than just freaking colors, unless you really just want to focus on a single color, and I guess that's it. But overall, it's not a good strategy, and that's kind of why they stopped doing this, and they migrated instead to Jumpstart. And Jumpstart is also dead already. It's being that Lord of the Rings is the last product that is going to get any Jumpstart booster boxes. And what is Jumpstart? Well, there's a video in the corner that you can check for that, but basically Jumpstart is the same concept, but instead of 35 cards in a big ass cardboard box, you get 20 in which like at least like 5, I think, of them, or 7 are lands, and they are themed after, well, they are the normal evolution in the sense that they are themed towards, well, a theme. For example, and give me a second here. For example, this, right? This is from Jumpstart 2022, which is one of the 2 only good Jumpstart products, those being Jumpstart and Jumpstart 2022. All the other Jumpstart products are very bad, are shit basically. Don't buy them because they're almost a scam. But you can see that the logic is kind of the evolution of this in a degree, in the sense that it's like, oh, snow, and you get, 1, 2, 3, and sometimes you get one rare or mythic, 3, 4, 5, and you get there, and then you actually get some lands as well because it's ready to play boosters, and that's it. And then you have another one which is scrying. But as you can see, is theme and also color. So yes, you can play with double blue, or you can just, for example, and this is the case. This is example. Nothing is foil, by the way, so it's playing for the sake of playing, which is great because that's why we love Magic. For example, treasure is red. So, and the reason for that actually has some logic, and the reason for it being like one color, one theme is because, well, imagine having a land color distribution in only 20 cards. That is viable for a 40 card deck, right? So same logic here. Treasure is red, and in this case, what is the other one? Fiery is red as well. So that's Jumpstart, the good one. So the original Jumpstart and Jumpstart 2022, to a degree, are the evolution of the concept that kind of started with the theme boosters. So we're going to open them for the sake of, well, opening them, and so that you don't say that I don't I don't bling out, right? But this is going to be kind of boring, bear with me. Let's start with, well, actually the order by Magic the Gathering standards is always white, blue, black, red, green. So we are going to start that exact way. Let's start with white. So white theme booster from Kamigawa. What is here? But not that much. Actually, it's a lot of cardboard. Like, look at this. Such a waste. Like, because the cards are in the bottom. So this is just like look at this. Like, obviously this is so that you just buy them from a supermarket or something, from Walmart or whatever. Like, all this cardboard for this, which is basically a deck. So it's kind of similar to Jumpstart. It's kind of a randomized product. Like, one thing that I forgot to mention about Jumpstart is that you can get the same theme twice. Like, you can get Treasure twice, and having a couple of cards that are different. Here is the same. You can buy a couple of white theme boosters and not getting the exact same cards. But as you can see, sometimes you get an uncommon or something like that. But don't get excited. You're not going to get rich opening this. This is for you to just like, oh, I'm going to build a white deck from Kamigawa, and you have 35. The idea, and I think they actually say that on the back of the thing, is, well, no, they don't. Nope, they don't. I thought that they said something like, oh, just add lands and play, but they even don't have that. What they do have here, however, is the probabilities, and they are very funny. Includes 1 to 2 cards of variety rare or higher, 2 equals 10%, and 33 to 34 uncommon and common cards. 30% of packs contain a showcase card. So yeah, don't get your hopes up. This is really just for you to get. I mean, if you missed a set and you really want some cards from the set, or just want some paper, or maybe you want to just buy a couple and just play or try to play, because this is not a deck. Don't fool yourself. This is not a deck in any sense of the word. This can work because it's all white cards and just add white lands and so planes, and it may work. But for example, somehow they even avoid putting some of the cards that you may need here. For example, okay, Cloudsteel Kirin is the rare card, not that much. Then even in this product they put a freaking ad card, which boils my piece. But see, like, for example, one white card that I was hoping for was Spirited Companion. So Spirited Companion is a common. You'll be like, okay, so 35 cards. I mean, surely will appear there. It's like, nope. You actually get these like manga style cards. Like, thank you, I guess. And then it's like, where is the Spirited Companion? It's not here because no. And mind you, this is the first one I open in front of the camera, but not the first one I open. I actually bought 2 of them. I opened one offside to try to play and do some tests with it, and I actually didn't get a Spirited Companion. So likely it doesn't come in these boxes, or I'm just very unlucky. I don't know. Again, same logic in this case for blue. This is we're just doing this for the sake of quotation marks for science, because there is, yeah. I mean, different to a Jumpstart. Jumpstarts sometimes have 2 to 3 variations, so they are listed in the wikis and stuff. You know what cards you can get, even if you get a variation. Theme boosters, not necessarily, because they are supposed to be random. Like accent on supposed. So there is that. See, like, nothing, it's just bulk. And then you maybe get a good card. In this case, Storage Hacker Mech, which is colorless, not even blue. So there is that. Let's go with black. Again, there should be like a better way of opening it, but it's always like it's almost like it's made so that you have to open it from top. So that in order to get your cards, you have to do it in the messiest way possible, which makes sense because you don't want people stealing cards from the supermarket or whatever place these things are being sold. But yeah, I don't know. I think they saw how well the ninja theme cards sold. They're like, wait a second, are you telling me that instead of colors for a theme booster, we should go with themes, and that's what they did. This product is kind of from the same generation. By the way, this card is kind of good, actually, Virus Beetle. So this product is from the same generation as the Planeswalkers decks, and we all know how that ended. We actually got 3 Virus Beetles. Whoa, jeez, thank you. At least, 4. Oh, we have a full set. And Tatsunari Toad Rider. Not bad. And of course an ad, because of course an ad. Let's go with red. Remember the Planeswalker decks? I don't think I have one laying around. I had a lot of them sealed because, I don't know, I'm a special person. I bought them a long time ago. And then one night I was just like, why? And I just opened them. But opened them for the sake of the boosters that were just like inside. Because the decks, if you're not playing with them, just might as well let them just sealed, because otherwise the cards would curl. But ironically and funny enough, you will love this. And if you remember, or if you have one laying around, if not, look it up. The Planeswalker decks. The Planeswalker card that was like the feature, the bait, the eye candy for you to buy them. The only foil, and it was a single copy of the Planeswalker card, by the way. Oh, Atsushi, the Blazing Sky, and Thundering Rage. So this is one of those rare cases when you get 2, but don't get your hopes up. Like, that's not the normal thing. Yeah, overall, like, this set has very good red cards, so not that bad. The Planeswalker cards from the Planeswalker decks actually were the single foil that came there, and they were. I didn't notice at the time, so I stored them in a vacuum case, and I was like, whatever. When I went to open them, some of them were already curved, and why they were curled? Because the cards were just inside the box, just laid against the plastic. No wrapper, no wrap, no nothing. It was just the card in foil, just like that in the box. So, yeah. Blossom Prancer, not a bad card. I have it in that is in the arena decks for starters. Kappa Tech Wrecker, which is a Ninja Turtle, that's always great. So overall, like, you're not going to get Careful Cultivation. That's nice. It's also in the deck from Magic Arena, but that's only because Kamigawa has such great cards. Like, it's because of the set being good, not so much because of the product being good. A lot of these cards are okay to play with. Like, see, Master's Rebuke is very good. Invoke the Ancients, okay, and then the publicity cards. So, is it worth it? No. Actually, you can't even buy them anymore. So this was just for historic purposes, I guess. It's interesting. If you're one of those people that is like, oh, I only play one color, that's my one color, I guess this can be for you, I guess. But it's not for anyone. That's why Jumpstart appeared. And now Jumpstart is dead because they overused it. So, yeah, I don't know. That's why we can have nice things. Overall, if this was a current product, I will give it an F or something. Not something that you want to buy. Like, normal boosters are already kind of a bet, but this thing is kind of a joke. Unless you really want bulk in a single color for some reason, but I don't see why you will want that. So I don't see why someone thought it was a good idea. I guess someone was like, "Oh, the color thing in Magic is like a really strong." It's like, is it though, bro? Like, I don't know. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe you like them. I don't know. Yeah, as usual, thank you very much for your time. I hope you're having a great night, day, evening, or whatever it is. This has been PAX and Recreation. Have a nice day, evening, or whatever. See you next time. Bye.